Bill Belichick did not make the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I have some very big problems with this because the reason they gave for him not getting into the Hall of Fame had to do with Spygate. So that's their reason they gave for not getting into the Hall of Fame. And people that work with the Hall of Fame, they're saying, oh, well, the reason why we didn't put him in is because of Spygate. It's not because of any ulterior motives of the media having a problem with Bill Belichick. I think that's complete and, that is something that I'm not even willing to listen to. Because the reality is that all of these media people can hold grudges. And we've seen it, and we know it. And we know they will hold grudges against people when they've done nothing wrong. T.O. has not done anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong off the field. On the field, he may have had some tantrums, had some problems, but as far as in between those lines, he was typically a good teammate, good player, and then off the field, he just didn't like the media. And they penalized him for that, even though he retired and still is, by the way, number 3 all time in receiving yards. That easily should make you a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's one of like 3 players in NFL history to be leading 3 different franchises all time in receiving yards. T.O. And they didn't put him in. So that just lets me know that yes, the media holds grudges. Don't sit here and try to tell me the media does not hold grudges when it comes to players. And when it comes to Bill Belichick, he was someone that always is in the meeting, always in the post-game press conference saying, we're on in Cincinnati. Oh, I don't have much information on that. I'm not going to comment on that. I don't want to talk about that. He's doing this. He's not giving them any information. So if you're someone that's working in Boston or something and you're a beat writer, you're sent over there to go get information from them, they're going to tell you, they're going to be upset because they're going back to their editor and going back to their studio and going back to where they work and saying, I didn't get anything. I barely got anything. I got as much as everyone else got. And they hated that. And imagine living there for years when you have people in other towns, other areas giving you all kinds of crazy information. And Bill Belichick made it his duty to make sure that that there was not any leakage out of his franchise from anybody. So all of that stuff combined, he was the media's worst nightmare. And guess who votes on the award? Is it a coincidence? I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that they said, this is our way to stick it to Bill. For all of those years, this is our way to stick it to Bill. You have the most Super Bowl wins. You've coached in 11 Super Bowls. You've been the head coach for 8 Super Bowls. You won 6 Super Bowls. All of those numbers, the most ever, the most playoff wins, more Super Bowls than many NFL franchises. Oh no, we're gonna get you back though. We don't care. Oh, and Sean Payton, are they gonna punish him for Bountygate? No, they're not. They're not gonna punish him for Bountygate because Sean Payton will get up there and he'll give the media good sound bites. They want good sound bites. If you don't give them good sound bites, then guess what? You're gonna be sat out a year of the Hall of Fame earlier than you were supposed to go. If you're not going to give Bill that easy yes, then how are there coaches in there with 1/3 of his playoff wins, 1/3 of his Super Bowl wins, 1/3 of his Super Bowl appearances, 1/3 of his wins in general as a head coach? And guess what? They were first ballot. This is only an attack on Bill. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner we all realize that, the quicker that we come to the conclusion that these media people that are in there, they need to get replaced. Whoever voted against him should be outed. Your face should be behind who you voted for or against. If you're going to be making these decisions that decide if someone gets put into football Valhalla, then we should see who you are. And it's one of the number one things. If you say something on air, you have to be willing to say, I said that. And I stand, and here's the reasoning for why I did it. If you cannot put your face behind it, then that just leads me to believe that the people are completely liable or capable of doing shady stuff. And there's not going to be anybody to check them on it because who are you going to check when you don't know who they are?